Very interesting panel discussion where my peers of industry was sharing lights on why the cyber warriors and why cyber training skills are important. So probably we have come so far, so I'll not go into details of some statistics that how many malwares we are finding, X, Y, Z and all. Let me take it further now from there and probably try to understand that what should be the next steps. We all are in agreement today that there is a need of cyber security in all aspects of life, not just the IT but also otherwise, right? In a cyber education we talk about cyber awareness, but with this information, what should be our next step? When we go back to our networks or our daily lives, what are we gaining out of it? So let's try to get little into that direction and then see. So we all understand that we are in digital world, it's a digital life, everything is connected. There are a lot of jargons thrown by the analysts like IoT and the other things which connected worlds and then very well spoken English words. But then what does it mean behind, what does it mean to us? This is what is actually happening due to this. So you can see that is a pervasiveness that today when you probably, doctor will declare somebody dead by seeing the graph and which is coming over a connected world, IoT. And which all places I am taking intelligence from? Is it enough or sufficient? Am I really going to darknet and monitoring about my network, what is getting traded in the darknet about my network? So we need, the time is there where we have to look at this that how much intelligence sources I have. Controls are monolithic in nature. You take product X, it only works with product X. It works only with intelligence of product X, it can enforce policy only on product X. The time has to go. We need to go on API way where any product can talk to anyone in API and intelligence can be shared, right? Then building log frameworks. We are still building the log frameworks where we are trying to consolidate the log. We are not still closing the loop of the intelligence. And finally, we're still debating whether it should be detection or prevention. To me, it has to be both because prevention cannot be done without detection. You cannot prevent something if you have not detected it, right? So it has to be detection, prevention and response or reaction. When what you miss, how do you react faster to it? And this is the status today. What is happening today, if you see the two lines, one is which is the curve is the objective of a management. We want to have an incident management framework. We want to have a compliance framework. We have to have an availability. We have to have an advanced persistent threat program running. But what we are doing today, we are giving a quick fix solution which is linear in nature. For this is the product. For this is the product. For this is the product. And the gap is widening. And when we are talking the next world, this gap will further widen if we don't change our approach. We are trying to quick fix, knee-jerk reaction. There is a ransomware, put anti-ransomware. There is a APT, put an anti-APT. There is a DDoS, and we are just filling up our racks with red, green, and blue lights. Which is what is the big problem? We are not understanding the objectives and try to bridge the gap, and that gap is going to be further widened if we don't change our approach because it's a very it's a break fix or quick fix approach we are taking today. So I'll just quickly figure out that this is my last slide. The first thing is reduce the attack surface of your organization. Look at the opportunities where you can reduce the attack surface. Look at the technology, process, people, policy with which you can reduce the attack surface. Because that's the best place to be in because the minimum cost involved there. Second thing is obviously build the intelligence framework for our organizations. Do not just bring the log frameworks but build an intelligence framework. Third important thing is formulate an array of control which is extremely flexible in DNA. Now how many of you are bank? There are a lot of KYCs has been attached on a bank. How many of us know that those KYCs are like write files? What if they are malicious in nature? Now can you really put a device in front of it? And you cannot because it will slow down everything and it will throw your network out of the picture. So you need to have very smart API driven controls so that you can really, IoT is all about API because you really can't put controls on that small chip which is having a very small memory. Right? The fourth thing, induce the resiliency into our operations. We need to induce the resiliency into our operation because the future of the world, cyber is not cyber security, cyber resiliency. Because we all know we will get attacked one day, how soon we really recover from there is very, very important. And then finally, we have had the incident response team, have these IRTs, we talked about CISF kind of people, have these IRTs in place so that you have the expertise available when you require it most. Because at that, when attack is happening, the time and expertise is of essence. The more time you will lose, you are not going to get the root cause of it. So with this, I have few more slides, but I think the time is over. So I'll just control, and I'm available for next 1 hour here. Anybody wants to have any discussion on detail, we shall be able to close it. Thank you so much.